Hey guys, Mr. Smith here. As y'all know, we're coming off break, and we are moving into independent learning days while they get the biolab fire stuff still handled, and we get the all clear to be back on campus. But wanted to make a video just explaining exactly, my expectations for you for APCSP. So first thing, I am gonna have office hours, so 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. And also 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So if you click this link, it'll just bring you to Teams. You'll join the lobby. I'll let you in. So please join if you have questions, need help, especially if you're behind and owe me things. I would love to, spend time with you, getting you caught up. This would be a good time for that. Um, so on Monday, what I'm gonna kind of ask you to do is before we left, before the break, we were working on this conditionals lab, and I believe we actually worked on it for 2 days. So just kind of refresh your memory here. I'll pull it up. But it is basically a lab where, um, oh, sorry, it's a lab where you're doing a game of chance. So one variable, the first scenario is a coin flip, heads or tails. So using random that we learned in Python. Second thing is rolling a dice, so from 1 to 6. Third thing is doing a spinner, red, yellow, blue, green. Here's some sample output. And that's basically the whole lab. We walked through on the first day heads or tails together. Then you guys worked on the dice kind of by yourself. Then I walked through on the second day the dice. And then you were working on this by yourself. So everybody should be almost done. Again, IDLE, 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 is the name of the shell that you should use. Let me change my theme real quick because dark mode's probably easier to see. So remember, you got to go to File, New File. File, let's go ahead and save as. And then you would name it something, right? You would go to your file, wherever that is. So mine's like here, and then Python projects, and you would name it something. All right. So I can go ahead and open mine just to kind of help remind you. I'm gonna do that for y'all. If you're smart, you'll take a sneak peek here of what we did. But remember, we did a conditionals lab. It looks something like this. So the welcome stuff, um, random numbers 1 through 6. All right. So remember, I've done the first two, right? And you just needed to do the spinner. So you had to do the spinner on your own. It should look something like that though. Yeah. So I basically want you to make sure you finish this conditions lab, the game of chance lab. Um, First thing, all right, finish it up, get it submitted on Monday. All right, then I've got a new lab for you, conditions review. Because we had the long break, I do want to review conditions before we move on to functions. So if you were to open this and pull it up, it looks like this. So basically, we're going to practice using variables to store data, user input again, and then using conditions, which is our if, our elif, and our else. All right. So I've given you actually problem one, problem two, problem three, problem four, and then there's an optional challenge problem. All right. And if you do that, I will go in and find, I will put in a little extra on your grade to help you out. Maybe instead of 100, like a 125, little 25 extra points, if you do that challenge problem for me. So basically, even or odd, you guys like sample output. You ask the person to enter a number. They enter 7, it should print out the number is odd. They enter 10, it should do the number is even. When I test it, I'm obviously going to do, bunches of different numbers just to make sure it works. You should use the modulus operator to solve this one, all right? Next, a basic grade calculator. So you're going to ask the user for their grade between 0 and 100, and it should tell them what that letter grade is. All right. So you're going to need if, elif, 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 else statements to handle this. All right, shouldn't be too bad. Temperature converter, I want you to ask the user to enter C if they want to go from Celsius to Fahrenheit, and F to go from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So if they enter a C, if they enter a C, it should do this math. Else, it should do that math. You know. All right. Sample output should look something. Sorry, my headphones died. Sample output should look something like this. Actually, it's 3 problems plus a challenge. So still, I'll put in a 125 if you do this one. So same thing. Now you modify problem 3. So right now you have an if here and an else here. If you're adding a third one, a Kelvin conversion maybe, then you're looking at if, an elif, and an else. So y'all make that happen for me, all right? So Monday, I want you to finish the conditions lab, work on this lab, and then also Wednesday, your goal is to complete the conditionals review lab, all right? So by the time we come back and see each other on Friday, everybody, I want to have these 2 things done so we can move on to functions and keep moving with this. All right. So thanks, guys. I will see you hopefully in office hours if you want to come by. But stay safe. Later.